Good morning, everybody. It's the 9th of February, and we did get a little bit of snow, so that should help with the driveway and of it not being as slick as it's been, being pure ice. And Billy's sleeping still. It's just about 10 o'clock. I've been sitting here waiting for my tea to cool down. I've been up since about 8:30 or so. I took my eye drops and got my pills that I take every day, which is just a Plexa and then a natural hormone pill that I take. And I'm getting ready to go out, do my chores, and then I gotta get my girls, the goats, up on the stand so I can get them trimmed up. I need to get the barn cleaned out because we are basically 7 days away from the first two kidding. So I definitely want to get the barn ready. I thought about doing a contest to see if everybody can remember how many animals that are born for the month of February, and we will probably do like a video on who was right, and possibly do a Heavenly Dreams Dairy Goats soap and maybe a lotion that I could send to whoever won that. So pay attention. We've got 9 rabbits, I believe, 9 or 8 or 9 I should say, rabbits that are due, and then we have 3 of the 4 goats that are due for the month of February. Willow will still count even though she's due in March, but she's going to be considered as that count for babies for February. So that's why I'm saying like it'll be the end of March or so before I'll announce it. So make sure that you guys, I think I might do a tally, maybe a community post to see how many everybody thinks that we'll end up with, and see if the community is right just on the community post. And then we can go from there. But I've got quite a bit to do, and I want to get a pin put into the barn. I'm just not sure where to actually put it. I kind of want it over by the hay near my window. There's kind of a larger pin there, so if I have to, I can put it in 2 different sections of a pin, like bucks on one side and does on the other if I have to. We take the kids from the does because we are on DHI, which is Dairy Herd Improvement. It's a milk test that we do monthly. And I really like doing that because it helps my goats earn their milking stars, and then the kids that I register, and well, you don't have to register them, but just keeping records on the goat's milk production does help out, but having a registered goat through the American Dairy Goat Association does help out. I still don't know for sure whether or not we are CAE free, even though we were prior, but I had a blood test stating that we were positive, and they wanted me to do a retake because it could be a false positive. But my goal is to test at the same place I've been testing, that they've always come back negative, so I wanted to do that. So I've got to be able to feed my babies for right now colostrum that's in a bag and milk replacer from a bag before I feed them their mother's milk, because if they are positive, you can actually raise a goat from a positive dam and it won't be positive. There's been research where they have done that. There were 10 kids out of 5 does, and those 10 kids, all but one, and they fed them all on, colostrum. That was powdered colostrum, and then powdered milk, and they all but one tested negative for CAE. So it can be, it's just you have to really be there when the kids are born, take them away, dry them off yourself, feed them, so they don't get any type of milk colostrum from their mothers at all. And I usually do that anyway. Sometimes I'll let them lick them up and stuff just to kind of help out, but most of the time I don't. I just will take the kids and then I'll clean them off and put them in a tote, bring them inside for about 24 to 48 hours depending on, and then they'll go back outside in a enclosure with a heat lamp on, and that's where they stay. And then they'll be on a milk bucket where they can drink as much as milk as they need, which would be, it doesn't matter whether it be powdered or their milk, but I do gotta try to draw some blood. And right now with the new eye drops, my eyes are even getting better, so thank you, Jesus, for that. So I'm hoping if I can afford to feed them the powdered stuff until I can get the test actually done, and then if they do come back negative, then I'll start giving the milk that I originally had planned to give, how I've always done it from year after year, is give their mother's milk to the babies, and then I would do that. But if they do come back positive again, then I'm just gonna feed those babies powdered milk for right now. All of our goats, as of right now, the babies that are born from here on out, are gonna be freezer goats, unless I plan on keeping a doe or two from whichever breedings that I might. But in all reality, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise our own goats for meat. Even though they're not a meat goat, they're a dairy goat, you can still raise that. And I know that there's a few people on here who don't want to see that, but this is how our homestead is. We raise rabbits for meat and pelts. I'm going to raise dairy goats for meat and milk. And that's their purpose of being here. And I love my goats, so now I have to really be more aware of who I'm keeping and who is supposed to be for freezer. That way I don't get attached, because I do get attached to our animals. I do, and I have a hard time dealing with when it comes to death with them. But like with the rabbits, I know that my main breeding are here to stay till they die. Or if the does, for instance, my rabbit does end up not being such great mothers, because that does tend to happen when they get around 4 or 5 years old. They tend to not be great mothers no more, and then it's time to most likely butcher them. And I won't have a problem doing that. My bucks are all here to the day they die. That's just the way that it is. And then just keeping breeders for that purpose. And then knowing that that's what I'm going to do for the dairy goats too. And I'm not sure that we're going to get any sheep yet this year, but our plans were to do sheep too for meat. I know that we were planning to try to do some meat birds, whether it be chicken and turkeys. We want to raise some of our own turkeys, but I'm not sure if we're going to get them quite this year, because we've got to get pins put up. We've got a lot to do this year, because my husband wants to work on the back half of the here to get the horses moved, so then we can finish the up front here that we want, because there's trees that gotta be taken down, and the only way that they're safely to be taken down is into the horse pastures, and that fence has got to be gone, so we're not destroying the fence. So it's got to be taken down. So our our goal is to get that ready there. We want to get the littler things done too, which is to get some pens put up. We actually want to expand the chicken pen, and then we want to take the 2 red roosters that we have and make them a pen for themselves with a few hens, which I don't think they need hens anyways, but that's what my husband wants. And then Chex and Magic into another pen with a few hens for them. And then I have my own hen laying area where those eggs will then be consumed for us. And then if I'm having more eggs than we can handle, then I can offer them to the public too. I'm hoping to grow an herbal garden, more flourishing this year. I want more lavender. I want to get my fruit trees are down there, so those have got to get moved eventually. I just don't think that they're going to get moved this year, and if the deer don't eat them first, then that'll be a blessing. The deer have really ate most of my fruit trees down there, and I haven't been able to get any fruit off of them. They pretty much have killed them. But that is what's going on today. I kind of wanted just to do this vlog, and then I'll do videoing on another video, so I'm kind of caught up on videos. So with that being said, I hope you guys will guess. And like I said, kidding season actually starts in 7 days or so, and so does kindling for the New Zealand rabbits. So we've got lots of mamas to give birth and lots of babies to be born, and let's see how many we end up having for the month of February. And the Valentine type, like, aw, little bunnies, little goats. It'll be nice. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. So if you guys want to join me with that, I thank you. Thank you for viewing our video, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless you all.